What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Technique Tuesday. You got me and Sweet T going to be breaking down some pretty cool stuff with you guys today.
Wait, if you haven't noticed, we announced it on our first episode of the What's Up Everybody podcast. We got What's Up Everybody tees
merch, guys,
on the website. So make sure you head down to the link in the description below to get your What's Up Everybody tees, and also stay tuned because every Sunday we're dropping a podcast. It could be about fights, it could be about fight life, it could be about UFC athleticism, martial arts. It could be about whatever we want to talk about, whatever you guys want to hear us talk about. So every Sunday, What's Up Everybody podcast. If you haven't done so already, check out episode 1 now. It discusses kind of the whole fight card of UFC 259, main card, I should say. So yeah, check it out. Maybe we'll even do a tutorial on our podcast of how to
break dance. You know what I mean?
Do the head deal. But anyways, WB, what are we talking about today?
We're going to be talking about 3 ways Jan Blachowicz beat Izzy Adesanya.
He did. At first glance, when you're watching the fight, you're into it. You have a tendency to kind of only eyeball
one guy.
It's kind of hard to do both.
And for this instance, it was Izzy because he's the guy moving up a weight class to fight.
All the pressure seemed to be on Izzy and his stardom. This was either going to skyrocket him to
be one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, in terms of like celebrityism and then just MMA status. And like you said, he went up. He went up to 205. So it's like if he was successful against Blachowicz, maybe it does set up the John Jones fight, which would be just the ultra mega fight. But after going back, watching it again, looking at the stats, kind of getting a real good feel for it, Jan Blachowicz did his thing, dude.
He beat him, boy. He beat him. He outstruck one of the best strikers, too.
Like outstruck him, kept his composure, used his experience, got the take. He put it all together.
You saw the full-on MMA fighter of Jan Blachowicz.
Yep.
The striking, the distance management, the staying calm out there in tough situations, the takedown, the control on the ground.
Yes.
And he won the exact same way we thought he would win.
He could win. If there's one way that he could win, it would have been that way. And
get into the cage and take the guy down.
But WB, it's a lot easier said than done. Mm-hmm. Jan had to do some quality things, a lot of good things, correct things. Like you said, he had to stay focused. And what were some tools that he utilized to, like you said, beat one of the best strikers in the UFC?
3 ways. Let's get into it. What up, everybody? What's up, everybody?
All right, WB, way number 1.
He didn't react to Izzy's feints. Now, that's how he had Izzy fight. If you go back and watch the fight, Izzy did a lot of feints, right?
He did a lot of feints.
Which I went over that. We discussed that. Izzy throwing the feints, having Jan Blachowicz trying to, react to those feints, and then Izzy counter-striking those counter-strikes.
Very similar to what he did versus Whitaker.
Yes.
Drew out the attacks, countered,
and he did it Costa. Right. But Jan Blachowicz was very intelligent in those fights. Yeah, he reacted to him a little bit, but he didn't lose his composure and just trying to overreact and strike. He struck when Jan wanted to strike, not when Izzy wanted him to strike. So if you're in a fighting stance right now and you're the one feinting, what you're wanting me to do is to react to that strike by throwing a strike and then you countering that strike. Jan Blachowicz was moving his hands, but he didn't engage in the striking when Izzy wanted to strike. He struck when he wanted to strike, which can be kind of frustrating for Izzy because I've been in those situations before. Like, man, hurry up and throw a strike so I can counter you, and then it doesn't happen. So that's number 1.
And that comes with knowing the fight game, knowing what your opponent is going to try to do.
Yes.
And then having the experience to then implement that, to execute that game plan in the middle of a fight on the biggest stage.
That's hard to do.
So WB, moving on to way number 2. What did Jan Blachowicz do to nullify the striking of Izzy?
Well, it was kind of the same way with the feints. Izzy Adesanya was one of the ways for him to win was to throw leg kicks, right? Jan Blachowicz, he checked those leg kicks and threw back his own, right? Which helped him set up, his strikes, things like that. But he had some really good checks. So in his head, his coaching, obviously very smart. They knew they had to check those leg kicks for him to last 5-minute rounds if it went that long.
Now, a couple did get through because he had some leg damage, noticeable leg damage at the end of the fight. But he, like you said, he did a really good job checking the leg kicks, especially to the outside of the leg.
Which will also damage your opponent. If your opponent doesn't have the hard enough shins, if he doesn't have conditioned shins, it can kind of have a reverse effect. And then next thing you know, your partner, your opponent's not going to throw as many leg kicks because it hurts every time they check it.
I feel like the pain is definitely worse for the one throwing the kick when it's checked than the one doing the checking.
Well, you've seen most of the time when guys break a shin, it's the kicker breaking the shin.
Yeah.
Not the guy.
Against the checker.
Yeah, against the checker. So checking the Izzy leg kicks played a huge part in it. Didn't do the damage that Izzy wanted, so it kept Jan alive, kept him moving on his toes.
Another thing Jan did too, he was switching sides as well.
Yeah, man.
So he was switching sides.
He was.
I didn't know he was a big stance switcher, but he was switching. Even if it was just enough to try to nullify a few leg kicks or throw Izzy off, he did it, and it seemed pretty seamless.
That's what I was about to say. That's smart on him because when you switch sides and you're taking a lot of leg kicks, it helps you elongate
the damage.
In the
damage
fight.
between the two legs instead of just the one leg.
But he was also throwing his own leg kicks back and body kicks. He had some lead leg kicks as well.
I'm pretty sure he threw a couple lead leg round kicks to the noggin of the 6'4" Adesanya, which is impressive.
That was super impressive.
38-year-old head kicking 6'4" dudes.
And when you're that much heavier and you're Izzy taking that punishment to the body, it plays a toll. I know when I get kicked by Chris Weidman, I can only take a few of those before I can really start to feel it. Yeah. And it slows you down. So that's number 2. Great leg kicks, checking the leg kicks, giving them back, body kicks, head kicks, played a big part in his W.
Absolutely. So if you're not a big kicker or if you're somebody who likes to use hands a lot, consider leading the dance with the feet.
Leading the dance, y'all. All right.
Moving
we got
on.
1, and we got the number 2.
Number 3. The third way, and this was kind of like the staple. This is kind of like if you want to beat a guy like Izzy Adesanya, this is like your number 1 goal. It's really hard to do, but it's like your number 1 goal.
The ground.
Get him to the ground.
Get him to the ground, which I thought it was played fairly smart on his part, waiting till the last 4th and 5th round to get him down. Once you tire your opponent out.
He did go for one a little early on in the fight. Izzy stayed up, and I wonder if after he executed that takedown attempt, he kind of in his head knew okay, I can get this guy to the ground.
Yeah.
Let me just wait for that opportune time.
Wear him down a little bit.
And he did, because at first Izzy was doing what you said in the previous video he should do and work in the framing. He was able to get off the cage in the first couple rounds.
Yeah.
But Jan, being the bigger guy, eventually looked like it played a toll on Izzy's gas tank, which led to the takedown in the 4th and 5th round.
Now he got a takedown off the cage, number 1.
Yep.
But what impressed me the most was, hey, Jan Blachowicz has done his studying. He knows anytime you throw a punch, Izzy's going to lean back, which is going to give him his what? Hips. And he took him down in the middle of the cage. And that when you got a big guy like Jan Blachowicz on top of you, you're going to have a hard time getting back up. And that was a smart move to get the takedown in the center, because a lot of guys use that cage to help them get back up to the feet. But when you're flat on your back and you got a big guy on top of you, very difficult. So it's smart. I throw my strike, you lean your hips back, and then I've got my takedown. I get my hands locked around your butt cheeks, you're going down. And when you got a big guy hanging on your leg, about 225, 230 guy, you know what I'm saying? He's going to get you down.
But then once you get down, you got to be like, man, I got to keep this dude here.
Yeah.
Because like you said, one of the main things strikers do in the UFC is if they do go down, they're really good at getting back up.
Yes.
Because that's what you practice. You drill that. Because obviously you want to be on your feet, utilizing your strikes. Well, Blachowicz said not today.
Half guard, side control.
Really applied heavy top pressure control. He wasn't inefficient with what he was doing on top.
Yeah.
And he didn't allow Izzy any space to work a leg into full guard or get those butterfly hooks in to stand back up to his feet.
He tried, but he was just so intelligent. So Jan Blachowicz did an excellent job on defeating Izzy Adesanya. Okay, so he had not reacting to the feints. He had his defense when it came to the leg kicks and bringing them back.
Yep, and throwing his own.
And throwing his own. Yeah, his own kicks.
Head, body, leg, the whole deal.
Working all the way up and down the pole. And obviously the takedown and jiu-jitsu. So you saw the MMA fight. You saw the full MMA fight of Jan Blachowicz. Did an excellent job. Hats off to you, man. Congratulations.
Yes.
But and Izzy moving back down to 185, he's going to do work there. Who he's going to fight, we don't know. But I know Jan Blachowicz is wanting to fight Glover Teixeira.
He did.
Hats off to you, my friend. Excellent. You got it. We gave it to you. Thanks for coming to hang out, y'all. By the way, don't forget about the merch, okay? Sweet Tea, tell them what they got to do.
First off, you got to hit that subscribe button. You got to thumbs up this video. Get this video out there. Spread it to the world alike. And then finally, make sure you leave some comments down below. Let us know what you guys thought about the fight, the performance, and what's next for either of these two guys. We want to hear from you guys. So, exactly, do that. You can make sound effects as you hit the boop, boop, boop. You know, the subscribe, the like, the comments.
You know what I'm saying?
Notification bell. Boop, 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 boop. Yep, there you go.
Yeah, that was perfect. That was perfect. We got you. We got it for you. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out, man. Peace.
Peace.